respected educators, particularly directors, principals, head of the school organization. This video, I know it will be immensely useful to each and every one of you. Reason why I'm saying it is immensely useful is because nowadays we all know that schools are again growing in the city, and every year many new schools come in, and there is a lot of competition between the schools also. So every school also wanted themselves to place as one of the top school of the city, at least in your respective town. You always feel that among say 50 schools in my city or 100 schools in my city, we should be counted as one of the best school in our city. The question arises that how we can do it. I see most of the time the school used to invest a lot of amount of money in terms of infrastructure, in terms of marketing, in terms of various activities, so that they can create a good growth to the organization. And why it should not be, because everything looks to be good when it is in the growing stage. So when you are having more number of admissions, when you find that many of your school students, your teachers are considered to be one of the top in your city, that is what you always aspire, and you look and you work throughout the year. And I put my full support for this activity which you keep doing for the growth of school. But what I feel is one of the key reasons for the growth of the school and how you can make your school to shine as one of the top school of your city is something which I am going to share with you today. And I know with my past experience, as most of you who are in touch with me, who knows me, you know that I am working particularly from last many years with various schools, with various coaching organizations at the senior level, at the top level. And I, as an educational consultancy, I always want that how can we make these schools to shine as one of the best school in your city, and without putting too much load on economics, particularly when we see today with principals. So they are also sometimes little bit stressed because the kind of initiative they have to keep taking every time is with the perspective that it should always give a growth to the organization. As a CEO of the organization, you want to give a growth year by year to your organization. And one of the key element which I feel is need of an hour, which can make your school to shine as one of the best school of your city, is how you can make your academics of your school as one of the unmatchable academic growth of your school. A small thought process can make you to give a huge growth which you will enjoy years to come. Just take one challenge, I should say. Just take one initiative that makes sure none of your school students opt going to coaching class. Now, as you see today, right from class 5th and class 6th, every child is going school as well as coaching class, and it has become a norm. Like child, without having any reason, for what reason child want to go, so it need to go to coaching industry, they are opting going to coaching industry as a part of their regular it's like a momentum, it's like a fashion for them, like they have to study in coaching class. Now there are some real reasons for going to the coaching class, but most of the time I feel all the growth opportunity which school can capitalize, why should they pass on their business to some third party, which later on leads to encroachment of your student and the child opt for dummy admissions, etc. And it is also creating a very wrong norm in the society. It should be a single stream of education. As I keep saying always, it's the irony of our nation, wherein two economy going parallelly, one is school economy and another is the coaching economy. So my simple advice, my simple strong suggestion to all the school stakeholder is, let us make sure that your child does not go to any coaching industry, to any coaching class. At least in class 5th to class 10th, I don't find there is any career-based reason, except the few aspiring child, they wanted to compete in some of the national exams on an MCQ pattern exam. For that, let me give you a way wherein you can shine as one of the top school of your city. You can make your child doesn't slip into the hand of coaching people. As I see today, the kind of growth this coaching industry has taken, it is not like a a support structure to the mainstream, it is now look as an substitute of the mainstream. And when I say mainstream, it is the school definitely, because it is a governed body. Whether you are the state board school, whether you are the ICSE or CBSE, I always believe that a good academic driven school is the one which always shine as one of the best school of the city. And for that, my small initiative is how we can make your school to be the best. And for that, we have something called school integrated program. Now, when you see today, the school student, when they go to coaching, they pay first of all very hefty fees. If they are going to some branded institute of India, Allen Fitji, Akash, etc. So the fee structure start minimum from 40,000, 60,000 right from class 6th. And when they get into 11th and 12th, the cost structure goes more than 1 lakh, 2 lakh, even 4 lakhs per annum. Now, what makes the parent to spend that big amount of money? It's only for the academics, because they don't have big infrastructure, they don't have sports, extracurriculum, nothing is there. They just have a good academics. If you see, the coaching industry is flourishing just because of one reason, is because of the academic content. Why not your school can bring that academic content in your organization? Why not we can make one commitment today that let my child, my school student does not fall in the hand of any coaching institute. In fact, not even next door auntie or next door coaching class also. The simple solution is school integrated program. What we do is, and what we are as an educational consultancy, how I am helping relentlessly to various schools of India. The key features of coaching industry, how we can take it and get accommodated and get absorbed into the complete structure of your school. So the first feature, if you see, the reason the child goes to coaching industry is because of the structurized study pattern, the structurized study material, the content what he get. Now you will say that my school is already having one of the best publisher book. Now here the big lacuna is that you are having one of the best content, but unfortunately, now what I am saying is actually the common thing which I am seeing it across the city, across the school, and none by exception. A good publisher is definitely a good starting point, but as the top of organization, as the CEO of the school, as the principal, as the director, we always wanted that best should go to my students. No one say that I don't want to give best to my students. We all are working very hard to give best to our student. But then we are too much dependent on our executable body, and which is teachers. Now we know most of the teachers today, what we see in school industry is not by choice, it's under compulsion. So they required a very continuous grooming is required. So just having a good content with a very weak delivery is completely defeating the purpose. What we require is a good content at the same time backed by a very strong delivery. So how we are doing it? We are giving the course content, we are giving the booklets which can be considered as one of the best in this industry. Like if the child is coming to your school and it is powered by our program, we call it as Arise Powered School, then the child will be having a complete books. You can see some of the screen on the screen, some of the text material is reflecting what the material you are seeing is for class 6, and consecutively you will see for class 9. Just I am skipping some of the pages so that you can see the kind of content of the particular topic we give to the student. So this is the topic I am talking about, fractions, which we introduce in class 6. In what way the teacher should introduce this topic of fractions in class 6 so that the child get a very clear-cut concept of this topic? What are the key questions teacher need to pick so that the child get a very good clarity on that particular topic? What kind of the questions child need to practice at home? At the end, how you will make sure that the teacher, when they get into the school in the respective class, go with a lot of preparation and not just a casual act. See, teaching is not something casual. Teaching has to be always done with a lot of sincerity, and that sincerity comes with a preparation. So what we do is, first thing, this material, my trainer, my Arise trainers, who are basically a very well experienced trainers of coaching industry with a long years of experience in terms of giving the results, in terms of effective delivery, they conduct a session with the teachers. So first activity is teacher training program on a technical topic, chapter by chapter, topic by topic. My trainer will guide the teacher. We don't say it is a guiding, the right word is, we say it is a nurturing. So we nurture the teacher. As we all know, everyone carries their own ego, and without hurting anyone's sentiment, because we have a lot of respect to each gurus, each teachers, they all are working really very hard to give something best. So if there is some missing link, or if there is a big gap, then for us, our teacher are our first students. So we nurture them. Now once they are getting confident in that topic, which is one of the biggest lacuna in the present education system, so we have first given a solution to it. Topic by topic, we will empower them, and then they will deliver this content very effectively in the class. So this booklet, chapter by chapter, the booklet is with the teachers as well as with the students. Now these booklets, the pattern of questions you have seen on the screen right now, the teacher get it delivered in the class. We also give them a micro schedule, how you need to tackle this question, how much time you need to give it up for each question, how you can make sure the top grade student as well as the below average grade students requirement get fulfilled in the class. I'm always get impressed when I see the coaching class. They are handling even 1,000 students are sitting in the class, and there is like a pin drop silence. There is no one who is monitoring, and they all glued to the screen. And as we know, coaching industry again is not catering exceptionally bright students. They are catering all the mass of students. So there are extremely talented students. There are some students who are below average kind of the standard, but then they get glued on the screen. The reason is teacher create the class with so much of energy, with so much of impact, that child does not even flicker the eyes to get the learning. So what we try to do is, we try to give a sort of learning to our school teachers, that how you can make your delivery impactful, how you can make this content to be delivered effectively. This is first thing. Second thing is, we again give them the daily practice problem sheets, which makes them, suppose they have learned some concept, so that daily practice problem sheet is like a sort of a fun tool for the student to enjoy the subject, to create interest in learning. There are 10 questions, 15 questions, particularly in maths and science, and the teacher has covered that topic, say, in 40 minutes. So usually it takes 10 minutes time, and the questions are a little bit easy going, but this gives them a wonderful exposure for MCQ based, multiple choice question based practice. This is one of the reasons, if you see our respective state boards and CBSE, it particularly talk about the subjective pattern of learning. And as we all know, NCERT books are basically teacher's manual. There are a lot of deep meaning between the lines of NCERT. Even if I talk about subject like maths, I find between the lines there are a lot of key concepts hidden there, whose role is to unfold it. It's the role of teacher. But it get delivered the way it has to be? I think there is a gap over here. So we just try to fix that gap with our content. You have seen on the screen, again I am sharing you on the screen, the kind of way we have discretized this chapter into small subtopics. This subtopic, how to be delivered, we are helping the teachers. So a simple act what we are doing is, we are just turning the school teachers as good as any coaching teacher. That is what our aim, and that is how we are working. For what reason we are doing it? So that my student, my school child get the best what I have decided. My child need not go to any coaching class, because when they see my teacher is doing impactful delivery, probably that kind of the flavor I don't even get in the coaching class after paying, say, 1 lakh rupees or 50,000 fees. they will start loving the school. They will say my school is the best. That is one objective. Once the topic has been completed, then we give a 30 question test paper compulsorily. First we give the test paper to the teachers. Let the teacher handle all the questions, because in case if the teacher find it difficult to handle the question, so that so in the background we can guide her. These are the things you should know about this chapter. And then the test paper goes to the student. When the child attempt the test paper, we purposely create a little bit competition between the teachers, because when there is a competition, the best comes out from every one of us. When I am with a group of organization as a business consultancy, as an educational consultancy, I know I have to perform my best. So we create a kind of competition between the teachers, giving them best star of the month teacher, etc., so that the child should get the best. Now, once the test paper is completed topic wise, then we conduct some test at a national level, so that the child get their ranking at the national level, which is again one of the key feature of coaching class. So all the feature of coaching class: effective delivery, a good content, a regular DPPs, daily practice problem, a test program, micro schedule, timely completion of the syllabus, national ranks, we give it to your school student. So what is the advantage you should expect out of it? Right from the class 6th, we run this program. We call this program as Pinnacle, and we run this program right from class 6th. So our objective is, when we will inculcate this program right in class 6th. So you see, in class 6th, most of the time the child slips into the coaching industry in the class 5th and 6th grade. First thing, we create a barrier. We don't say you don't go to any coaching class. We don't say that. But what we do is, we just make sure that as a consultant, I become a backbone of your school, and I can give that kind of excellence to your school, that even if the child is going to some XYZ coaching classes, they return back. At the same time, this whole content, this whole program has been developed in such a way that in worst case scenario, the school should get minimum 20 to 25% growth year by year. What I mean to say 20 to 25% growth is, when there are a lot of schools in the city, so definitely every school wanted to get more number of admissions. Now for admissions, either you will be spending a lot amount of money in marketing. What I believe is, spending money in marketing is a waste of money to bigger extent, because marketing is a very, very costly affair. Instead of that, my school integrated program, which is at a cheap rate. It's a very, very affordable. It is almost 1/10 the cost which child is paying to coaching class, even less than that. With that effective cost, we imbibe this program in the school with a purpose: the child should get the best and the school get the growth. Because the kind of book I am providing is in everyone's bag. When the parent make a back-to-back comparison, they will realize that, why I should pay 1 lakh rupee fees to my coaching class of Delhi and quota-based coaching class. Why I should send my child to coaching post our school, going for 3 hours, and God knows what is actually happening in the coaching class. Most of the time I see a lot of friendships, a lot of relationships are getting developed, a lot of mobile usage is increasing, a lot of distractions actually this coaching industry is also creating. I have a very due respect for the coaching industry, because they are actually working hard. But then if we see today the outcome in the society, it's not something in favor of at least any parent. As a parent, if I see why my child need to go for learning the same thing to 2 different places, school as well as coaching, why not? My school is powered by Arise, wherein we give them the best of the best academic, at least in your city. And this is how we create your school as one of the center point of attraction, so that in the consecutive year, lot of the students in the vicinity will look to join your school. And how we do it is our USP, is we are good in meeting that goal and aspirations. For the detailed proposal, for the detail about this program, you can always reach me on the number which is reflecting on the screen, as well as you can email us. I will be glad to assist you and you can always take our help, our support to make your school as one of the best school in the city. One more note I wanted to add over here. If you are already the best school in the city, when I say the best school in the city, is not just is having a various meaning about it. Various aspect opens when I say you are the best school. If you ask me what is the best school in the city, I will count when your academic excellence is the excellence you are meeting, wherein none of the child of your school go to any coaching class. I will call, and I'm sure most of the parents will accept, most of the knowledgeable people, most of the respected people of our society will accept this norm that why my child is going to school, then again the child has to go to some coaching class. If we can take this as one of the action, we will count our school as one of the best school of the city. And once you become one of the best school, once you are, if suppose you are already one of the best school, it will also help you to cater the best brain in the city. If you just see, there are some, I don't want it to name, there are some schools in India which is powered by this integrated concept, wherein in class 11th, in class 9th, thousands of applicants comes to get admission, and out of that 1,000, less than 2%, 3% student get absorbed. So instead of we spending money in marketing, how good it could be when students and parents are putting their queue to get admitted in our school. And if the school carry this thought process, this vision, we are there to help you. As an educational consultant, I'm always glad to work at the root level to empower the teacher, to give all the features of coaching class to the student of our school, and that too at a very, very affordable price. Some of the key content which I am discussing has been shown on the screen also of this program. Apart from that, we have other programs for the residential students. We call it as a Gurukul program, wherein we run the complete activities from morning 8 to evening 8. Then we have another program called Miracle, wherein we work with the school on a time sharing basis, wherein suppose the child is from 8 o'clock till 3 o'clock in the school. So 8 to 10 is the time of the school, and then 10 to 3 or 2:30 will be time with us. So our expertise faculties will be coming, and they will be completing the complete curriculum of CBSE and competitive togetherness. So, many times you will say that I don't have to keep the teachers in the school for the respective subject science and maths. Yes, of course, you don't have to, because my expertise faculty will be coming. How we can execute it and everything, you can reach to me, and I will be glad to assist you. I will be glad to help you. Thanks a lot, respected dignitaries, for giving the due time to understand this. And let us have a coffee over a table, and we can explore this opportunity and just give a thought. I am giving a small homework to everyone. Why can't your school be considered as one of the best school in your town, in your city? What is stopping it? Can academically, if you make your school as one of the best in terms of overall drive required, can't it make your school to shine as one of the best? And if you come up with this thought process to make your school academically the best place, which is one of the key foundation of education, school, why not we can integrate? Why not taking my help, my support, my assistance? You can fulfill your ambition, that dream of making your school as one of the top school in your town and city. Thank you very much. I'm looking forward to take the discussion further. Bye.